If y'all see me all of a sudden squint my eyes real hard and turn to the left and look out that window over there, it means that my shoulder's hurting really bad. So just ignore it. It'll go away in just a few minutes. So there's nothing wrong other than just make it a twinge every once in a while. Good to be with y'all this morning. Good to see y'all with us this morning. Good to have y'all with us. Lord bless us for a beautiful day. And I'm really looking forward to this morning's message. This morning's message is something that Stephen has no idea that he actually had influence on what I was going to be talking about today. Stephen's got a real issue with me. Now, if you don't know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the big one in the red shirt. He's got issues with me. Stephen just can't comprehend the fact that me being the rough and tough and tumblesome person that I am, don't care anything about football. It's beside him. It just gets all over his nerves that I care about football. He's even come so far as to tell me, look, if you're going to reach your people from the pulpit, you got to love football. That's pretty much what Stephen's talking about. And I can't say, Stephen, I just, for the life of me, I just can't put it all together. I can't, it's just one of those things. It's something that I've never just cared that much about. But and it is what it is. And I'm not going to go into all the reasons of it, but I just got reasons of my own that I care about. However, I happen to be married to someone who does care about it. And what I'm going to say about this is you've seen these tags that says house divided. The husband loves this team, the wife loves that team. Y'all have no idea what a house divided really is. If one of you don't care nothing about it and the other one lives it for the last 2 months, that is a house divided. I sat down with my wife and watched TV in the last 2 months. Because every time, put it to you this way, we've got, what is that thing we got? Dish Satellite, we got Dish Network. And she got this record thing. She sits and goes and sets up all these record things. Well, lo and behold, she found out she had an NFL channel. Well, if I go and I look at our recordings, and I call up our recordings, I've got 2 things that comes up every once in a while. Street Signs, which is really, really cool. If you haven't seen it, it's really cool. Steve, have you seen that yet, Street Signs? It's really, really cool. You really need to check it out. It'll make you think a lot less of football. And then Outrageous Acts of Science. Steve, have you seen that one yet? Kimber? Oh, that's good stuff. That's good. So I got 2 things that comes up. We've got like 20 things on our recording. The rest of it starts with NFL. NFL Daily Report, NFL Weekly Report, NFL Today, NFL Yesterday, NFL Tomorrow, NFL This Week, NFL Who's the Stars, NFL Highlights, NFL Game of the Week, NFL Game of last week, NFL Game of the coming week. It's just beyond me. But I must give credit where credit's due, that if I were to not go along with some of it, there would be tension, and I don't want tension. So she's won this battle, even though it'll be very hard for me tonight to have to listen to all of it. It is what it is. Enough about me and football. Today's message is called Game On. Guess what it's about? Football. No, it's not about football. I'm joking. It's actually got some references, so I will say that. We'll talk to you about something this morning. And for those of you visitors in here today, you'll find out that there are simple messages and there are simple messages, and this is about as simple as it gets, because I'm actually using things that a lot of folks can actually understand. It's funny how sometimes as humans, though, we get things a little backwards. We get things a little misconstrued. We get things a little jumbled, a little cart before the horse. And this message is in no reflection whatsoever on the fact that there are people in here that are excited about what's going on today. There's nothing wrong with being excited. Let me explain something to you. We have one thing in Jesus Christ that a lot of people never tie into, never tap into, and never realize. We have freedom. Yeah. We have freedom to live our lives. We have freedom to walk as Christ would have us walk. But he never says once we got saved we had to be put in a dark dungeon somewhere and never live our life. If you live your life in a way that some people try to live theirs for Christ, you end up leading and living a very legalistic existence. And there is nothing wrong. It's just like 2 weeks ago. Becky was at the actual ball game.
I witnessed in the Georgia Dome.
There you go.
I
She
did.
witnessed in the Georgia Dome.
I sure did.
But the point about it is this. Some people, they try to make work out of worship. And it don't work like that. There's no way to apply it that way. Christ gives us freedom. What does he say? He says, I've given you life so that you may have it, not just life, but have life abundantly. There's nothing wrong with us enjoying life. Does it mean every once in a while we're going to miss a Sunday? Sure, it does. Does it mean every once in a while we may have to be somewhere? I had a good friend of mine, y'all remember Don Gilmore, guy come here and spoke that I worked with. He come up to me one day, and we was talking about some stuff. He's always talking about some things. He said, I got a question I want to ask you. I said, what's that, Gilmore? He says, my grandson is going to play Little League football, midget league. What's it called? Midget league race? Is that what it's called? Midget league football? Yeah. The little mighty mites or whatever it is. His grandson's going to play that. And he says, I don't know what to do. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, the game they're going to have every week is on Wednesday night. And he said, on Wednesday nights, that's when we go to church. And I said, what do you do about that? And I said, let me explain something to you about how to deal with life and what you have to do in life in order to live with freedom and not live with what some people have put as constraints on being religious. Some religions come with constraints. Christ gives us freedom. He takes the reins off. He takes the ropes off. He allows us to live. But I said, Gilmore, this is what you do. I said, if your child can only play on Wednesday nights, I said, you don't allow that child to play. I said, because that cuts into every worship time that you have, and you shouldn't let them play. I said, but if your child plays on Tuesday nights, and the championship game is on a Wednesday night, that's perfectly fine. You see my point? Now I'm using that as a very, very vague thing. But in your life, if you set your priorities up against the will of God, and then every once in a while something comes along and you don't reprioritize your life, but you're allowed to do something, there's nothing wrong with doing it. Don't get hung up on the legalistic side of everything's got to be so constrained, so tied in. And Billy Joe, somebody were to call you up in the middle of this season next year and say, hey, buddy, I got a big trip in Utah. You want to go? You know, what's Billy Joe going to say? He said, yeah. He ain't even going to call me and tell me he ain't going to be here. He's going to be gone. Yeah, come tell me that. He's going to send you pictures. It's the same with each and every one of us. There's nothing wrong with doing this stuff. But if you set your life up, that you put these things before the Lord, your life's a mess, and your life's backwards. Now, let me explain some things to you. I want to share some stuff with you this morning. We have an inept ability to prioritize our life so that for the most part, our life seems to fit our wants, our desires, and our needs to a T. And we have the inept ability to do that. You know what inept means? For those of you who don't know what it means, Stephen? That's fine, I'm just joking. Inept means that you're making a very unsound judgment. It means that you're thinking on something very lightly, you're not putting a lot of thought into it. So if we have the inept ability to prioritize our life in a way that's unbecoming of how Christ has to live, it means that we're not really thinking about our priorities. That's what it exactly means. Now, I'm not actually talking to anybody this morning. It's just something that the Lord gives me that I want to share with you. Now, we all know what today is. We know what event will be taking place later this afternoon. And I am not here today to lift up or to put down the Super Bowl. I'm simply not. I'm very, very neutral when it comes to all this and today's message. Because you know what? This pulpit is not based off my opinion. This pulpit is based off Christ. So for me to stand up here and rant and rave and carry on and whine and complain about the Super Bowl gets us absolutely nowhere. So I'm not doing that. It's not what the day's for. But I want to read some stuff to you. I want to read some facts to you. The Super Bowl is one of these, not the biggest event in all of the events in the USA. Check this out. 1,300 additional planes will land in Houston during the Super Bowl. And 85% of them are corporate jets. 5,000 journalists will cover the game. 5,000 now, not 550, 5,000 journalists will cover the game. 70 cameras are used. 70. 60 million people will discuss the Super Bowl on Facebook. 60 million will talk about the Super Bowl on Facebook. Average ticket costs $4,800. I'll send her to a playoff game, but I'm not sending her to that. Not going to happen. 80% of the commercials do not even boost sales. Check that out. 80% of the commercials don't even boost sales. 1.5 million will call in sick on Monday morning.
Already I had one.
He called him yesterday for Monday.
Called in yesterday for Monday. And maybe these guys' priorities right. I don't know. Houston is expecting 1 million visitors. And the biggest thing that happen around here is the Masters, of course. That's the biggest thing around here. And that's huge. I mean, Stephen, I've never been into it as much as you are, but you see a lot of people.
All over the world.
All over the world. All over the world. 1 million people will visit Houston because of the Super Bowl. 120, listen to this, $126 million will be bet on the game. $126 million. And it says 31% of adults make bets. 31% make bets. Hundreds of millions will tune in to watch the game. Commercials will cost an average of $5 million for 30 seconds of airtime. $5 million for 30 seconds of airtime. Pizza Hut estimates it will sell 2 million pizzas during the game. And I got to thinking about it, and I said, that don't sound right. That don't sound like a lot of pizzas. And then I realized it was just talking about Pizza Hut. Just talking about Pizza Hut. Check this out, man. That means that, I don't have any idea how many there is, but if there was 1,000 Pizza Huts, I don't even know if it is 1,000 Pizza Huts. If 1,000 Pizza Huts is all that there were, that means 1,000 Pizza Huts would have to sell 2,000 pizzas per Pizza Hut. That's a lot of pizzas. For Pizza Hut. Think about it. What, my math ain't right? You laughing at my math. Is that what you're doing, Felicia? Okay. That's a lot of pizzas. But that's just Pizza Hut. Check this out. 1.23 billion chicken wings will be eaten. 1.23 billion. Billy, you're missing out. I'd hate to see where you and Buck could race apart that thing in Houston, but I'd love to see you sell even a small percentage of 1.23 billion. I feel like the pot would be overheating the next day. 8 million pounds of guacamole. Wow, I have no idea. It's green, it's nasty looking, it's mushy, and not only that, it has no taste. It's just there, and it's clumped on top, and it takes a taco and makes a taco green. It's not right. See that? Not only all these people gonna be in my house, I've got to eat guacamole. 14,500 tons of chips. That's a lot in Idaho, coming out of Idaho. You talking about events? This is an event. But do you know that all of this does not compare with one of Christ's children coming home?
Amen.
One of Christ's children coming home. Scripture tells us that the angels rejoice when one comes to know the Lord. That is an eternal rejoice. That lasts forever. Everything on here will be over with in the morning. The song goes, and when the sun comes up in the morning, when the sun comes up on Monday morning, if it does, and if it don't, you know what, I don't care about the Super Bowl, because I'm going to be my Savior. But when the sun comes up in the morning, all of this will be yesterday. Is that not amazing? Look what man has done. Man has created such a wonderful thing, and it is pitiful in comparison to one child coming home. These are facts. And I want to talk to you today about some facts. I want to talk to you about some facts, about some things that sometimes we don't talk about. If I were to ask you in here how important you think competition is. Competition, we're talking about Super Bowl, we're talking about the biggest football game in the world, and we're talking about two intense groups coming together and they're going to compete. If we talk about competition and just competition, if I were to ask you, do you think it is? Some of you would say that competition is very, very important. Some people would say that not so much. Competition is just, it is what it is. Some people would say that competition is not important at all. Because some people really wouldn't care one way or the other. Some people would say, it's just a football game, it's any other game. The competition doesn't matter. Let me explain something to you. I'm not talking about the competition. I'm not talking about the competition that you see on the field. Today, I want to talk to you about the competition that takes place on the other side of the cameras. I want to talk to you about the competition that takes place in here instead of what you see in here. I want to talk to you about what goes on behind the scenes. Becky used to watch these things, some of this NFL stuff, and it showed the real lives of some of the football players and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. Until you become that category and be in that type of a sport, life is miserable. You know why? Because every breath you take is based off competition. And you know what? It ain't just you that's doing the competing. There are things called scouts. And you know what they do? They compete just like everybody else does. Everything that you see taking place on that television tonight, if you watch the game, you see the ball game take place, and there are so many millions of hours been put together in competition behind the scenes just to have this competition take place. Let me tell you something. That's our life. That's our life. That's our life. We've got to realize today, folks, that competition is a way of life. Competition is a way of life. Hey, Trey, you go and you buy that jacket right there. Okay? Now, what name brands that jacket? Drake. All right. Say, for instance, what's another big name of a camouflage jacket? Somebody tell me. L.L. Bean. That's very right. Very, very good. Cabela's, Drake, L.L. Bean. You got some others. Somebody competed with somebody else so that you would pick that jacket. Okay? Same goes with the tie that Harvey's got on. The same goes with the scarf. Is that a scarf? It's okay. Same goes with the scarf that comes down. The same goes for anything. The necklace that Kimber has on. Somebody competed with one another to get you to choose their product. Let me tell you something today, folks. Satan is competing with Almighty God for you to choose his product. Satan is putting things in front of us to make us choose him rather than Jesus. And I want to share with you some things today that goes on that we don't realize. Everything in our life, everything that we see, that we touch, that we smell, that we hear, is based off of a result of a competition that took place elsewhere. Okay? Everything. Think about that. It's based off of the result of a competition that took place elsewhere. We, whether you believe it or not, we are the ones that chooses what we have. We are the ones that chooses. Tyler's got, what is that, Patagonia? All right.
Very good, Mom.
Did you?
Proud? Very.
I'm trying to be easy on you, but. Why did you buy Patagonia?
No, I was like,
Tyler probably not going to be that. I don't know what Tyler I'm saying. But does anybody else that you know of have Patagonia? A lot of people have Patagonia, okay? A lot of people have Patagonia. Now, I know when I was in school, we were deprived somewhat of funding. Funding was not something, and let me tell you something, if you know or old enough to remember, I saw a shirt cost a lot of money on time ago. But I didn't have the alligator, I had the turtle. I don't even think it had a name. The Izod is Lacoste or something like that. Maybe the turtle was Lacroix. I don't know. But let me explain to you about the choices we make. See, I couldn't choose my own clothing back then because funds were limited. But this is what happened. Because of the peer pressure of life, teens growing up, being in and around people that I knew, I wanted so bad just to have an alligator. And do you know, for a short period of time in my life, a brief period, I can tell you what my wife done. It's just awful. It was awful. Tell me what you done.
the Thompson Company made Izod back in the 80s. And my mother's best friend was a seamstress there.
Yep.
So she brought home a handful of alligators, and I sewed them on some Kmart shirts. And oh, I'd go to school and say, "Woo, I've never seen an Izod that color." You know, I was
And she said, "You never seen
I
those colors."
They didn't have that color.
So here's what
I
happened.
never did tell anybody what it was.
Here's what happened. There were some kids at school. So I put on my turtle, and me and Turtle go to school. Me and Turtle walking down to the gym, and I hear up behind me, and I think that's why this show was hurt today. 2 hands on my shoulder, wham! Slammed me around, went like this right here. And she looked, oh, that's not an iPhone. And she turned around and walked off.
That's a turtle.
It was a turtle. She, name, was not interested in a turtle. She was interested in an iPhone. But the point of the matter is this, Tyler, did you have to have that one? No, you didn't. Did you have to have Drake? No, you didn't. Drake's expensive. You should be very, consider yourself blessed you got something like that. Well, let's give you that Drake.
No, be my gift.
Okay.
Melissa bought it. Be my gift.
We still make the final choice on what we have. But what happens? It's called peer pressure. It's called peer pressure. Why do we choose some of the things we choose? Because somebody else has done chosen first. You think about that. You think about what I'm saying. I know Will sees it at Course Sunday. I know Will sees it. Will, why do you have a light bulb in your Will?
Because my headlights are horrible.
The point matter, what is one of the most popular things right now in a four-wheel drive truck? You
Sometimes.
gotta have a light bulb. For whatever reason, you got.
Beyond the light bulb.
No, yeah, what's Tyler got? Tyler got 1,500 headlights.
Fuck that man.
1,500 headlights.
Blind on every light.
The point of the matter is this. Do we have to have any of it? No, we don't. Do you have to have a light bulb? Do you have to have that fancy headlight? No, you don't. But, and then that's this. It's the same with alcohol. It's the same with drugs. It's the same with pornography. It's the same with prostitution. It's the same with gambling. It's the same with anything else in our life that Satan puts in front of us. You know why? He is the world's greatest manipulator. And what does he do? He uses us to influence us. Was I just as healthy the day I come to school that morning with that 12 on as I was the day I left? And was I just as healthy as everybody else is in that class? Sure I was. But you know what? Inside, I was a little different. I was young. There was a lot of peer pressure. And for the most part, I was a little bit upset inside. Because I wanted one of those so bad. I want you to want Jesus as much as I wanted an eyes on. And let me tell you something. You can call that trivial if you want to. But do you know that there are people right now in this world, there may be people in this church that will take their dying breath without ever wanting Jesus Christ. Because Satan has painted such a beautiful picture of what life is that we're content with it, and we're ready to live with it, and we're ready to die. That's the kind of pain that Satan paints. That's what he portrays life is. That's the way he portrays happiness. There are so many of us that if we have the job, the title, the looks, the clothes, the vehicle, the house, that's okay. That's good enough. The health. Did you know that some people, just because they're healthy, will deny Christ? You think about it. Just because they're healthy, they'll deny Christ because they never have a sense of needing Him. But let me tell you something. The healthy will go to the same hell as the unhealthy.
That's right.
It is a proven fact that it no matter what your state your body is in, your heart will know Him or not. And at that place, and at that point, what we will receive is so much greater than any Super Bowl has ever been. So much greater than all the ice punch shirts has ever been sold. So much greater than the Great. So much greater than the Patagonias. Let me tell you something, kids, life is tough. Because in your life, you're always wanting to live up to who your neighbor is, live up to who your friend is, have what your friend has, want what your friend wants, need what your friends need. See what you see on Facebook and want one of them. For crying out loud, that's what the majority of life is. I tell you, none of it matters. None of it matters. Unless your first and foremost priority is Jesus Christ Himself. Because none of it else, none of it matters other than Him. I got something else I want to go over with you before we close this morning. There is competition behind the scenes for each and every one of us. Billy has a John Deere backhoe. He could have just as easily had a Caterpillar, just as easily have had a JCB. He could have had many different ones. But he has a choice, and his choice was a John Deere. That's a choice he made. The same Billy that made that choice on whether he wanted a John Deere or not is the same Billy that can only choose whether that Billy goes to heaven or not. It's the same with the Jill. It's the same with the Trey. It's the same with the Mac. You make your own choices. The world does not affect you, period. You just think it does. You just think it does. Please turn with me to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 12:5. Jeremiah 12:5. I'll talk to you about something. Some of you don't like what I got to say. Some of you are not going to like what I have to say. But it's my job to say it regardless. Now, I want to build up to what this verse is saying. First of all, Jeremiah is a prophet. He's one of the major prophets. And Jeremiah is whining. Jeremiah is complaining. Jeremiah he's lamenting in a sense. And he's talking to God. And you know what Jeremiah's talking about? He's talking about God. He says, why is it that some of the bad people seem to do pretty good in life? Why is it that some of the people that are considered wicked actually have things, and they have an abundance of things, and what they have, they continue to get more of? Why is it that the one that don't go to church and lay out of church can drink beer and smoke cigarettes till they're 90 years old, and then finally die of just old age? And I lost a 40-year-old cousin that never smoked and never drank with the church every day. He's basically saying, God, I don't understand. If I'm the Christian, why come I can't live the good life? And why is it the ones that ain't the Christians, you just giving all this stuff to them left and right? And we feel the same thing sometimes. We do. We see the ones, and we know the ones that get under our skin. We see and we know the ones that talk Jesus, but don't live Jesus. And what do we see them doing? We see them with a nice house, we see them with a fancy car, we see them with a good job, we see them with nice clothes, and we see them sitting up in church. And we ask the question, why? Why, if I'm doing this, this, and this, ain't I allowed to have this, this, and this just like they are? And God, they don't even love you. Look, they don't do this and they don't do that. Why? Jeremiah, he's whining. He's complaining. And that old boy, God speaks. And when he speaks, he says something. This is what he says in Jeremiah 12:5. If you look, if some of you have headings in your Bibles, you'll see that after Jeremiah's done all this whining and complaining, and Jeremiah's even said, God, why don't you just set them up for slaughter? Why don't you just set them up so that they would be killed like sheep being led to be slaughtered? God's answer is this. He says, if you have raced with men on foot and they have worn you out, how can you compete with horses? If you stumble in a safe country, how will you manage in the thicket by the Jordan? And I'm going to explain this first to you. First of all, he's talking about this. If you have raced with men on foot and they have worn you out, how can you compete with horses? If your spiritual walk in your Christian life and your faith is so weak that you struggle with these little trivial, mundane, throw around things that don't make a hill of beans one way or another. If you struggle with this in your life right now, and you spend a lot of your attention and your time looking at what somebody else has, looking at what somebody else does, seeing what all somebody else has said about this one and worried about that one, if you spend your whole church life looking at others, pouring yourself into others, God says this. He said, if you can't even manage the trivial stuff, what's going to happen when something really bad takes place? What's going to happen when you get all huffy and puffy and blow it up out of proportion because something might not went right for you in a church conference and you just go all storming and just mad about it and having a fit about it? How are you going to handle that if you can't even handle something that small in your life because of what I've done for you on Calvary's cross? To go through what I had gone through for you on Calvary's cross, and all you want to do is whine about the little stuff. What's going to happen when the one you live, when the one you love on this earth the most dies? How are you going to be able to handle that? God is saying, if you're claiming me, you need to step it up and start showing me. Now, there's nothing wrong with being upset because we lose a loved one. But how many of us are spiritually and biblically prepared to lose a loved one? Let me tell you something. It's not a fun thing to think about. But do you know that God tells us we need to be that way? Do you know that spiritually right now, for those of you that have been Christians longer than I have, you need to be more prepared on the loss and the suffering and the hardships and the trials and the tribulations. You should be more prepared for it than I am. And if you're not, it's not my fault. It's not Jesus' fault. It's not the church's fault. It ain't the last 5 preachers' fault. It's your fault. Because you claim the same exact Savior I do. How well are you prepared for the moment? I want to share some things with you right now. What we're dealing with is not called a battle. It's not called a competition here on earth. What we're dealing with is called a spiritual battle. And for those of you that's come on the thing that Diane Beckron done not long ago, we talked about spiritual battles. And I want to share something with you right now. I'm not going to go to the verse, I'm not going to turn to it, and I'm not going to read it, but I will say this. Did you know that God tells us that the battles we face is not actually in front of us? The battles we face is being fought out in the heavens right now. And did you know that right now, if me and Matt have a beef with one another, that the beef is not actually between me and Matt? If Matt does something that just makes me mad enough to fight neighbors, the last person I should be mad at is Matt. Now, I know a lot of you say, wait a minute, I got a right to be mad here. He done went on, done this, done that. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because the battle is not between me and Matt. The battle is between how much Satan is going to affect me and the way I look at what Matt is doing. And that shoe fits the other foot too. The same from the pulpit to the congregation as it is from the congregation to the pulpit. The spiritual battles, the ones that does what? Affect us, the ones we're really affected by, is being fought up there, not down here. So the next time somebody does something to you and you get all ruffled and you want to just go and whoop somebody, you want to snatch your arm off and beat them to death with it, think about it another way. I seen the talk about that nudge and Dustin. Got something deep going on back there. I'm going to give her the benefit that she is very pregnant. But the point of the matter is this, folks, we direct our anger in the wrong way. We direct our anger in the wrong direction. We look at it from the wrong standpoint. Who's winning when we're mad? Satan is. Who's winning when we're mad? Satan is. Who's losing when we're mad? Not Jesus, we are. No matter who we are, I ain't going to change Jesus. Who's losing? We are. Be careful how you get mad at somebody. I want to share some verses with you and we're going to close. Not that only is there a competition between us and everything that goes around us, but there's also a competition, whether you believe it or not, between Satan and Christ himself. Okay? Satan and Christ himself. Now, I'm not going to ask you to turn to these verses, but I'm going to read these verses to you, and I'll give them to you, and then we're going to get ready to close. Remember, I talked to you about some facts a while ago? I'm going to finish with a fact, and I want to share it with you, but listen to what I've got to say. The word competition, I looked the meaning up, and it says, I'm going to read it in the way that it said, and I'm going to read it in the way I want you to hear it, if that makes any sense. Competition, the effort or two or more parties acting independently to secure the business of a third party by offering the most favorable terms. I'm going to read it one more time. The effort of two or more parties acting independently to secure the business of a third party by offering the most favorable terms. Now, listen. That's what I wanted you to hear the first time. This is what I want you to really hear. This is what I want you to listen to. Competition, the effort of two or more spiritual forces acting independently to secure the soul of a person by offering the most favorable terms. John 17:15 says this, my prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from the evil one. Matthew 6:13 says, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Galatians 1:3 and 4 says this, grace and peace to you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ, who gave himself for our sins to rescue us from the present evil age, according to the will of God our Father. 2 Thessalonians says, but the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. 1 John 5:18, we know that anyone born of God does not continue to sin. The one who was born of God keeps them safe, and the evil one cannot harm them. What's the most important thing that can happen for a quarterback to have a good game? Think about it. What's the most important thing a quarterback can have for a good game? He got to be protected. If the quarterback is not protected, he is not going to have a good game. It's not going to happen. Let me tell you something, folks. We don't have an offensive line protecting us. We have Christ Almighty Himself.
That's right.
And what does it say in each one of these? It says that the competition is between Christ and who? The evil one. That's where the competition is. I'm finishing this note. The competition is between Jesus and Satan, but you get to choose who wins. How about that? The competition is between Satan and Jesus, and you get to choose who wins. The last thing I'm going to say is this. I don't know if has anybody ever actually watched a lot of boxing matches in their life? Got a boxing fan or somebody who's been a boxing fan? And whether you realize it or not, whether you realize it, boxers have a kind of an odd way of winning sometimes. Sometimes you're supposed to actually go out and knock your opponent out, which I never really understood how a Christian could be a boxer. But anyhow, that's another story from there. Boxing is supposed to end with a knockout. It can also end in what they call a technical knockout. You beat him around enough, he can't get up, he stumbles a little bit, it looks like he's kind of wandering out there, falling around behind little animals and Pandora and Patagonia jerseys and things like that. You know, he's just kind of walking around. And then the third way that you can win or lose is how someone decides how well you fought compared to the other. So you can go out and he can beat your brains out, you can beat his brains out, and both of y'all just go at it toe to toe for 15 rounds. How long is around 3 minutes? Is that right? Around 3 minutes. Beat somebody's brains out, they beat yours out for 45 minutes. You all swole up, can't see, got cuts all over you, snot, blood, everything coming all like you got gasoline all over your face. You look like something out of a Star Wars movie, one of them big things run over. And you go up there and you stand and the referee gets your hand and he gets the other guy's hand and he looks just as bad as you do because he can't tell. He happens to both his eyes swell shut too. And what are you waiting on? You're waiting on somebody else to make the decision. You've done all you can. But let me explain something to you, folks. Christ has done all he can. As a matter of fact, he's done all he's going to do. He has went to the cross. He has died on the cross. He has been brought down from the cross. He has been put in the tomb. And he has come back to life. And he has ascended. And he has given us the Holy Spirit of God to direct us in how to live our lives. He's done all he's going to do. But Satan never stops. Every day you wake up, he's looking at a new scheme. He's looking at a new way. The competition is still there. We are the ones that choose who wins or loses. Either Satan's going to win or he's going to lose. Christ will not lose. He's already won the victory over death. We can win that same victory with him today. Let's pray. Father,